How are we doing today, sir?
How you doing?
All right. So are you recording me right now?
I am recording now, yes,
okay,
sir.
you're not allowed to record on UPMC property. Just gonna let you know that.
I'm in my own car with my property. I'm picking up a UPMC employee, sir.
Okay, I understand that.
And my wife is. I just pulled up here. I've been sitting here for maybe a minute or so. My wife got off at 7:30. She's a nurse on 10 South, and I caused no problems. He said I need to move for patients. I said there are no patients. I said to him, I will gladly circle around and move out of any car's way if a patient comes. I'm not going to block anyone. But my wife's a nurse who just worked 12 hours, and I'm going to pick her up. And he's saying, well, you got to make her walk all the way up there. I'm like, she works here. There's no problem. I'm not causing any problem. As you can see, there's plenty of parking. I'm not blocking any valet spots. The front door is clear. And you know, I've had a conversation with a parking supervisor for UPMC, not this third-party guy who said it's not a problem if I wait for my wife as long as I'm not blocking the traffic. This guy with his independent parking guy, the guy who runs the UPMC parking said, you guys outsource it. This is a third-party company. He's given me a number to complain about this in the past, and I have, but I'm not in any way hindering anything. I'm really waiting for my wife who works on 10 South, who got off at 7:30, who's stuck in. She sent me a message saying she's running a few minutes late. She could be down any second.
All right. So, what the issue is he did ask you to move. He does run the driveway out here, trying to keep things tidy and neat. I understand your point of view. You're just picking somebody up.
Old color Ford coming in.
But it is, if he asked you to move, he's going to want you to move.
So you just want to be clear on this recording that you guys are saying that UPMC employees are not allowed to be picked up in front of the UPMC building.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, right, but who am I moving? Like, so then how am I to pick up the UPMC employees? I just want a recording saying that I'm not allowed to pick up UPMC employees.
I didn't say that at all.
So how am I supposed to pick up my wife, who's a nurse?
You were asked to move your vehicle several times and you failed.
No. I was asked one time.
Okay.
And then when I said I'm going to record this conversation, he walked in and got you. There was not several times.
And then I told you weren't allowed to record this conversation. So you didn't listen when we told you weren't allowed to park here.
I'm in my personal property. I'm allowed to record on my own personal property. You know, if I'm standing on, if I'm not picking someone up, you know, I have the right with my own car to record what's going on in my own car. I do have the legal right for that. Now, if you'd like me to drive around the circle so these cars can get by, since we're having this conversation, I'll be glad to do that. As I told him before, I would gladly circle around and let any car by, and now we're blocking these cars. I will gladly circle around the block. I don't want to block any cars.
Okay.
I just want to pick up my wife. And I told him time and again, if there's a car, I'll gladly circle around 100 times. I just want to pick my wife up.
All right.
And he said, you gotta park up there. And I said, I'll drive around the circle as many times as I need to let any car go by. I'm just trying to pick my wife up, and he had a problem with that.
Okay.
I told him, if there's a car here, I will drive right around that circle, come back down. I'll let every car back, but I'm trying to pick my wife up front, not up the top of the hill where he says I've got to pick her up.
All right.
I don't see the problem. If there's a car behind me, I don't care about gas. I'll drive around the corner. You got a nice little turnaround. I can turn around 100 times. But, you know, the guy says you're not allowed to be here. Well, how am I supposed to pick her up then?
Okay. So your point is that you're fine with moving.
I've absolutely said every time we've spoken, I gladly move as often as you need to. If there's a car there, I will drive so there's no car behind me. And every time a car gets behind me, I will gladly drive back around the circle. I don't want to block any of your patients, but I do want to pick my wife up.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So how about this? How about I get your information? I'll get a more established view on this from the parking department.
Sure, I've already spoken to the parking supervisor about this, who said there's not an issue, but you can.
Do you remember his name?
I forget his name. It's in my text messages somewhere.
Okay. You want to look for it? For me.